Hi, Exotical Barbies. Today I want to talk about why do we call ourselves Exoticals and why it tends to offend others. Let's get started. So, when Exoticals, we don't. It stems from like in the past how we was mistreated because we couldn't fit into either or category. Like for example, if you was mixed black or white as a child, especially like way back in the day, whatnot, none of the communities will accept you. You're either too black to be white or you too white to be black, right? And then you seen as, oh, like you think you're better than us, like they think you have like one foot of the hierarchy. Also, too, um, they how people used to fetishize us. You know what I'm saying? They still do it now, like in music and songs and whatnot. When they say we want an exotical woman, like even on Love Island, when you saw it, they'd be like, "Oh, I love exotic woman and whatnot." You know what I'm saying? And because of that, we create our own community where we could talk about where how we are mistreated, how we fetishize, how we appreciate our looks and whatnot without being told that you shouldn't like your looks and whatnot, and you're just a regular black person, or that there ain't nothing special about being looking different from your community. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sorry if you hear this loud noise in the back. I have fans because the heat wave. But yeah, and so because of that, we had turned the word exotic, they used to be negative, especially when people try to be like, oh, you think you're exotic, huh? You think you're this and that, huh? Well, yes, we do. So over here, we call ourselves exotic. You know what I'm saying? So I already put in my description on my channel, but over here, my channel is mostly like woman, either you're black, Asian, Hispanic, who've been from featurism, texturism, colorism, or you're biracial, you have those isms, or you happen to be multiracial, biracial, multi-ethnic, if you're multi-ethnic or bi-ethnic, you know what I'm saying? Because for us, I put multicultural in there as well because multicultural goes hand in hand with multi-ethnic. But we have this for us because this is our space where we could talk about like, especially with things that happened to us while growing up, and I kind of specifically talk about what happens in the black community, African American community. I rarely talk about other communities, but I have seen it and I have experienced it though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, many people think that when we call ourselves exoticals and whatnot, that we like it because it appears to male gaze, which is actually 100% false because we're not looking for the male gaze. When you call yourself Exotical Barbies, Exotical United, all those channels, one that I like Exotical dark skin, you know what I'm saying? It's because it's to kind of be like, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm proud that I'm different or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's no different than how people turn words. I forgot what it's called, but Exotical United kind of go deeper into it, where it's basically like, you know how the N-word for African Americans back in the time, right, when they was called that, and then now they use that as an endearing term for each other, right? That's how we kind of call each other and whatnot. We don't really get happy-go-lucky even men call us that, it's more like, oh, okay, it's like, okay. Because I know some people be like, oh my gosh, you just seeking for male validation. You just want male validation. And I think the only reason they say that is because the men that they like, quote unquote, like exoticals. But it's over here, especially on exotical channels, you mostly find us decentering men the most because we experience the most from men. And I'm saying other women don't, but I'm saying for us particularly, where we experience like the fetishization, the talk of texture. Like, it's so much that goes into hands. So that's why when you usually go to exotical channels, you mostly see them decentering men and leveling up each other, educating each other, based on our own experience. So then other exoticals can be aware or not have to learn a lesson to understand how to play the game when being an exotical. you know. Um, so with that being said, one thing I would definitely say though, that the rise of us calling not the rise, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. When now with that being said, that one thing I noticed is that many exoticals feel as though that the only way you're exotical is if you are told you're exotical. Like someone blatantly say, "Oh my gosh, are you exotical?" Like, no, that's not how it works. Also, it's like I already kind of described earlier, but I can kind of go deeper. Like, for example, let's say you're a model or racial black woman, right? But you benefit from featureisms, right? So you mostly been told like, "Oh my gosh, are you mixed with anything? Because your nose is very thin, you have very like an oval head shape," or let's say like you're very light skinned, right? And who happen to have red hair, and someone's like, "Oh my gosh, are you mixed with something like that?" It could be those things. Or like you happen to be a girl who looks like his Mexican mixed with Egyptian, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. No one has to tell you that, but I would definitely say you get the side effects that people most likely think that you don't get when you're exotical. What I mean is that, for example, when you're exotical Barbie, many people want to question like, "Oh, you need somewhere on. You need to. You're not better than us because you have blue eyes." You know what I'm saying? Or people try to make you prove that you had red hair when you was younger, or other black people get mad because your hair type is like way finer and or longer, and they try to be like "Oh, you think you're better than us, or what you mix with, because why is it so long?" You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of things that you mostly get. It's like backhanded compliments or getting bullied, if that makes sense, for either being too light skinned, acting too white, having your hair a different type of way, colorism. You can't sit with us because you light skinned. We're not friends with you light skinned. Or how you mix but you dark skinned. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Also too, or they try to take word black away. If you be like, "Oh yeah, I speak Greek," and they're like, "How you Greek and how you speak Greek but you're black?" You know what I'm saying? So they kind of try to take that away from you and whatnot. So that's one of the experiences you may face more so. I mean, if you have experienced the other one, where I'm going to say is like, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Are you mixed with anything?" And I don't take that as a backhand compliment, but I know other people who might, but I don't. And I know many other people don't, but I know that people, like for me in the past, who took that as backhand compliment, because I feel as though I shouldn't feel that way. But let me continue on. Is that you get praise for your looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're different from the others, if that makes sense. Or you notice you know what, it's still the downside, where you get fetishized by men, you know what I'm saying? Like male-centered women, because there's a lot of male-centered women out here in this world who be like, "Oh, you need to cover yourself, or you need to be ashamed of yourself because these men are looking at you, and it's just you with your natural face card, and your hair covered when you still looking better than them on their blessed day." You know what I'm saying? So so yeah, you get one of those things. I'm actually going to make a video about how your own mother can hate that you're exotical and she's not, because I definitely had those experiences. Um, but yeah, that's mostly why we call ourselves exotical and whatnot. And I noticed that some people, they never really understood, but they, like, for me, I kind of didn't understand at first. I mean, not that I judged it, but I didn't understand. But now that I understand, I like it. I like being called exotical. I love being an exotical Barbie. I love telling myself I'm exotical Barbie. And by the way, you don't think you're, because I don't know why many people think this, but it's no different than when a pretty girl that says she's pretty, everyone gets upset that's not pretty. You know what I'm saying? It's no different from us exoticals when we be like, oh yeah, I'm exotical. And then people are like, oh my gosh, you think you're better than us, or you think you just want to be able to. No, it's just because I think I'm exotical. Just like when a black woman, she says she's a black queen, and many people be like oh my gosh, other races are queens and kings too. You ain't the only one. You think you're like, no. She thinks she's beautiful, and she want to call herself a name and whatnot. And we can do that over here on this channel. And by the way, if you leave a hate comment, I will delete it. And by the way, one thing I noticed about hate comments is that you guys don't write correct. Like, you guys need to correct your grammar before you write a hate comment. That's all I gotta say. Because I'm over here just like checking your spelling and whatnot. I'm trying to read between the lines. Like, man, your teachers must have hated you. Anyways, let me know. Do you love calling yourself a Barbie? Do you call yourself a nice, beautiful caramel melon or something like that? Do you call yourself a dark exotical? You know what I'm saying? What do you call yourself as an exotical Barbie? Anyways, let me know. Comment down below, like and subscribe for some more. Bye, Exotical Barbie.